So I've got SUZI QUATRO joining us this evening, American rock vocalist and musician, joining us to discuss a new Christmas single, My Heart and Soul, I Need You Home for Christmas. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Now, I did listen to your single. It's absolutely beautiful.
Did you get a little bit teary?
Well, I didn't get teary, but it did sort of take me back. It had a very sort of nostalgic feeling to it, like the sound of it, and also the meaning. You know, you want to be with your loved ones at Christmas, and I think we can all relate to that after 2020, what we've had this year.
Yeah, very much so. Somebody said the other day, the guy that mastered it at Abbey Road Studio, very famous studio, he wrote me, it was so sweet, he wrote me and he said, congratulations, SUZI, you've done the impossible. You've written a not schmaltzy Christmas hit. And I thought, oh, how not? Because it's not schmaltzy.
Yeah.
Not whatsoever. So that's that. We didn't know we were doing that. We're just writing what we felt. But I guess it's not schmaltzy because it really does come from the heart.
Yeah. And I like what you say that you were sort of sitting, you were relaxing on the porch, you're in a sort of a nice relaxed space, and your son was in the studio, you know, just doing a few things, and you heard something and you went in there and said, get the mic ready, and it happened. And I like it when I hear that. It's sort of very sort of authentic and natural. And, you know, these beautiful things sometimes you can't plan.
No, and it's, you know, I write a lot. I write and I have a lot of magical creation moments, but that kind of moment is few and far between, where I purposely on my way out to the studio did not allow my brain to engage. This is what was important. Whatever I was feeling was coming at me and going into my, so I thought, don't think, put on the mic, and the words flew out as if somebody gave me a lyric sheet. And it's so weird. And we both went, oh, you know, and he said to me, this is about Reiner, my husband. I said, it is. You know, you can't stop me trying to get to you. It flew out. And this is what I heard, just the music out on the patio, but I didn't want to think about it. And then we had the platform for the song. Then it made sense because we were separated for 3 months. And now we're again separated since October because I got COVID. I got COVID and I'm fine now. I'm fine. And my husband just has to have 2 cataract operations. So the timing has just been, you know, thank God he wasn't here when I got it because he's 75. So it's a good thing that he didn't come. And now he has to wait till he can fly because of his eyes. And my doctor said, even though you're fine, negative, you're absolutely fine, don't go traveling just yet. So I hope he's going to make it home for Christmas, just like the song says. Oh my God, if that happens, I won't believe it.
So what, we got 3 weeks left or 4 for Christmas? 3.5.
3, yeah, I think about 3. So I'm hoping he can get here for that, you know. I mean, I've very, you know, optimistically put on Christmas lights everywhere and 2 wreaths on the doors. I've done everything. So, and that's when we did that in the video. I don't know if you've seen the video, but the video was just great. It's partly me just playing the piano in an empty room, and the piano, as long as I've been here, has never moved. Okay. Really? It's always been in the same place, the same piano, always been since 1980. And then we interspersed it, my son's idea, with family footage of the kids opening the gifts and everything. Nice. So it's me at the piano, empty, and then Christmas. Nice. Empty, Christmas. And here's a really weird thing. You'll love this when you do see the video. You're going to love this. I was going through all the old footage, and it's tedious. Because for the video editor, you're going, okay, you can use this second to this second. So I'm going through finding good bits of footage. And I was watching one long video. This whole song has been a whole thing, like a prediction. Watching one video about 20 minutes long, there was nothing on there useful. It wasn't even about Christmas. And I was just about to switch it off. It had 10 seconds to run. And something made me stop switching it off. I don't know what. I was just ready to go, okay, there's not, and I just kept, and all of a sudden, on comes footage of my husband, his first Christmas with me, sitting by the Christmas tree. And then he just does this big smile, and I started to cry. I said, oh my God. And if I hadn't watched that, I didn't know I had that footage. And that's the end of the film. How does that happen?
I did see something. You were interviewed. I saw an interview, and you said that you're sort of very intuitive, and that's what that sounds like. You listen to your sort of instincts.
I do. And you're sitting there, you're fed up. I had a headache. I was editing all day long, and I just went. And I went, and I just can't. Something said,
Wow.
"Don't hit stop,"
and
I didn't. And up it came. I went, "No." And he just this little smile at the end, which is just for me. And I thought, that's what the song's about. Thank God I didn't switch it off.
See?
I would have never found. I didn't know I had that tape.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had that little bit of footage on the end.
That's
so
incredible.
there you go. It was meant to be. The song was meant to be written. Everything was meant to be. And thank God I have good instincts.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I think some people, like we all have it, but some more than others. Some people more tuned in.
I've always been tuned in, and I have the firm belief that everybody has it to begin with. And as you're growing up, people get you to switch it off. Maybe your parents say, "Oh, don't be silly. You're imagining this or that." But the world makes you try to switch off. I've never switched off. I've always believed in my intuition big time.
I love that. And I sort of have noticed that from, I mean, of course, I don't know you, but, I think, when someone's sort of in the spotlight, we get to know, we get a feeling of someone, from the interviews and your songs and this sort of thing. And I feel that you're a very sort of confident person, and you sort of won't let people sort of tell you what to do. Like a few things I sort of found here. Where is it? Okay, so there was a record label, for example, that told you not to wear the leather jumpsuit, but you did it anyway. And like these days, the young ones, if they're told something, they'll just say, "Yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir." But you're like, "No, this is what I'm doing."
You have to know, if I give advice to anybody, and it doesn't work for everybody, but it works for me. If I have one part about me, I won't compromise me. That's the only way I can say it. This is who I am. I don't want to be anybody else. Even in the early days, waiting for success to come my way, sitting alone in London, wondering if I did the right thing, looking at some of the other girls who were having success, and in my mind sometimes going, "God, what am I doing? I'm a bass guitar player, a rock and roll band. Are you nuts, Susie? Maybe you should be more like Melanie, or maybe more like Janis Joplin." And all the time, at the end of this thought pattern, it's alone in London, I would always come to the same point, and I'd say, no, if I can't make it exactly as I am, then I don't want to make it. So I stuck to that. I always had to stick to me. I'm still the same now. I won't be boxed, and I will not be dictated to. I will listen to reason, people I trust. If there's mentors and different people who are pretty smart, they say something, I'll take it on board. And if I agree, I agree. And if I don't, I don't. End of. You should know who you are in this world. You should. That's all you got. I've said it a million times. All you have, when all is said and done, all you have is you.
Yeah.
That's it. I have to finish this. I just have a feeling like I have to tell you this. My intuition's telling me I have to tell you this. Okay. When I got my doctor award, I'm an honorary doctor of music, and pretty serious stuff. I had the cloak and the hat and all the intellectuals, and I didn't even graduate high school, which I find hilarious. But I have my speech written out, because you have to make a speech, and me being me, I just went and flung it away. I didn't want a speech, and I went right. And what came out of my mouth, I said, and I'm just going to paraphrase it now. I said, you have a job in life. Everybody has a job. There's a little light in you, a little light. Your job is to go in and find that light and switch it on, and let nobody ever switch it off. That's kind of my view on life.
You said that in your speech.
Yeah.
Love that.
And I don't know why I'm saying that to you. I'm just saying, I think you need to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my intuition. Sorry. Okay.
No, sorry's here. I like it. I like it.
We will stop right there, but I felt I had to share that with you.
Good. I'm glad you did. Look, when I did sort of post that I was going to be talking to you, people went crazy. They're like, "Oh, I love her," She's just amazing. And I've just got a couple of questions here. So if you don't mind, is that all right if I just give a couple of questions from the fans?
Sure.
So Peter K says, love SUZI. And my question would be, in a male-dominated era back then, which male performers and or bands were the most supportive of you?
Oh God, most supportive of me?
Yeah, who supported you the most at all the guys?
Oh gosh. Well, nobody didn't support me.
Okay.
I didn't have a problem. And the reason I didn't have a problem was because I don't do gender. And I never have done gender. It never occurred to me from a young child that I couldn't do what I wanted to do just because I was a girl. I just don't think that way. I don't know, maybe it's foolhardy. I don't know. I saw Elvis Presley at 5.5 on TV, and I had the light bulb. I'm going to do that. And it didn't occur to me that he was a guy and I was a girl. So I don't really do gender. That's just my nature.
I like that. That's empowering.
And everybody was supportive. I never had, you know, I firmly believe that what you give out is what you get back.
Yes.
So if you're giving out, I am confident about who I am and what I do, you're going to get the respect back.
Perfect.
That's what happened to me all my life. You know, I took myself seriously, so therefore everybody else took me serious. Exactly. That's my bit of, you know, yeah, exactly. Wow. That's what you got to do.
And you know what, when you say it, it's so simple, but I think, you know, is it human nature to complicate things? Like most people seem to complicate life or complicate things for themselves personally, you know, because when you say it, it's really so simple and empowering, but a lot of people can't do it.
I know, but it is so simple. It is so simple. The journey from the time you're born is back to you. That's the journey, you know? Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you're a housewife or a waitress. It doesn't matter. Just be the best you can be. I always say, that's all you have is who you are. And don't allow anybody to take that away from you. You know, that's what I won't do. I'm very vulnerable and I hurt easy. And some people think I'm an easy mark because I have a really soft soul. My sister, the other day, I was talking to her, my younger sister. And she said, Susie, I have to say something to you that you might not like. I went, what? She said, you're all heart. Oh. And I said, is that a weakness? And she said, no, it's an observation. And I kind of thought about it for a minute, told my husband on Skype yesterday, and he went, she's right. Yeah. So, no, it's not. I can't think of it as a weakness. The alternative is to harden your heart and not be who you are. So I'd rather, in all honesty, I'd rather hurt and be vulnerable like I am than go hardcore and pretend it doesn't hurt me. No, thank you. Yeah. Oh, no. What a waste of effort. Yeah. You know?
Awesome. It sort of reminds me of, like, you know, when people, I know it's a little bit off a little bit, but it sort of reminds me of, you know, when people have a pet that they love so much and then it dies and then they say, I'm never going to get a pet again because it hurts so bad. But it's better to have love and lost and not at all. It's the same sort of concept, isn't it? You know, you got a lot more to gain.
Same kind of concept. Yeah. But, you know, you always got to go to the poker table again. You know, you're in this game of life. This is life. Yeah. You know, so it's just better to feel all these things, even if you're going to hurt, just feel them. What are any of us without all these feelings? I mean, these are the poignant moments of our life, you know? Yeah.
So
go ahead.
It might be a bit personal and sorry if it is, but it sort of led me onto it sort of naturally is, so when you are faced with a challenging time, how do you deal with it? You know, like we all go through challenging times and, you know, so I suppose, you know, you said you feel it, you don't block it, but what do you do to get through it?
I have my way of dealing with things. I've written songs about it and I've always done it this way. It's one of the songs are what was called, I'll Walk Through the Fire With You. I'm pretty much, here's the trouble. It's right in front of you. It's a fire. Okay. There's your trouble. I will walk right into the middle of it. I'll let it burn, come out the other side, wipe the ashes off and keep walking. I don't avoid it. I'd rather go into it, feel whatever I'm supposed to feel, learn whatever I'm supposed to learn, because that's why you have problems, you know, always for a lesson. And, you know, we get these repeat problems, everybody does. And I have friends of mine who say, why does this keep happening? I said, because you haven't learned the lesson. That's why it keeps happening.
Yeah,
you know, easy.
That.
So you know, you're always supposed to learn. Yeah. So you just keep walking. Dust yourself off and keep walking until the next fire.
Perfect. And one question from Angie G. She's a huge fan. She says, love you so much. She said, how did you get the part to play Leather Tuscadero in Happy Days?
Well, they had that script for about a year. They knew that my older sister in the series, Pinky, was leaving. There were contractual problems or something. She didn't want to resign. So they came up with this Leather Tuscadero script. They had it for a while. And I was told by Gary Marshall, who's now passed away, he was in my documentary, they couldn't cast it. They wanted somebody cute, vulnerable, but tough. Hello. Nice. They wanted somebody who possibly could sing, you know, They were just looking for a particular thing. And the casting lady, who was Ronnie's sister, she went home and her daughter had a collage of Rolling Stone covers on her bedroom. Okay. And she looked at my cover of Rolling Stone from 1975. She said, who's that? That's who we're looking for. And her daughter said, that's SUZI QUATRO. So they got in touch with my publicist in America. He called me in Japan. I was on tour. And I flew from Tokyo to LA to audition. And it turned into 3 seasons. So I was supposed to be on that show, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you said that they didn't know who they were looking for initially, and I was going to say they were looking for you.
They were looking for me. And I didn't even know anything about it. And my publicist says, believe me, you want to come over and audition for this. And I came to the audition dressed in my normal street leathers. I have street leathers and stage leathers. And the creator, Gary Marshall, again, he came up to me and he said, hi, pleased to meet you. He said, oh, you're clever, dressed in the part. I said, what the hell are you talking about, dressed in the part? This is me. He said, well, she's called Leather Tuscadero. I went, right, okay, dressed in the part. That's so funny. Yeah. So they must have written it knowing, well, it was perfect for me, tailor-made, but nobody knew it, you know, so yeah, it was good.
So had you done that thing before?
Have I?
Had you done that thing?
No, that was my first.
Yeah.
That was my first ever acting job. Wow. And Ronnie Howard gave me the highest accolade. Maybe it must have been into the 2nd season. I remember he said to me, SUZI, don't ever take acting lessons. I said, why? Really? He said, because it would ruin you. What you have is natural. Yeah. Don't ever mess with it. Just keep. And I said, whoa, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Wow. What a compliment. Yeah.
That is interesting, because acting, you know, I do acting lessons and our teacher's always going on about it. She's saying, don't act, just be a real person, because she said we're all normal when we're all talking and doing the same. But she said, as soon as I lift the camera up, you all change and you become really bad actors. So she said, just be real people.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly everything I've done in the acting profession. I have embraced the character. I've actually become it. I don't act it, I become it. And I didn't know that was the key to good acting, but I guess it is.
Yep. Perfect. What else have we got here? And just one last one from a viewer and a fan. Carol says, most memorable concert or show for a cause you supported, and also biggest influences with music, from Carol.
Oh, God, cause I supported, I've done lots of things. I did a cancer thing for my friend Andy Scott about 3 years ago from Sweet. You know, we had an album out together, Quattro, Scott and Powell, down from Slade. That was good. That was good. And it furnished machines. And funny enough, about 1.5 years later, Andy needed that machine, which is very strange. Memorable moments. There's just too many.
Yeah.
It's firsts of everything. Firsts, your first number one, your first big concert, your first big this, you know. You can't pick out one. I've been around 56 years.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them. And I've been very blessed, you know. Let me just see exactly when the next one is so I don't run over. No, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, go ahead. Fine.
Yeah, and we've almost finished. And I do like what you also say, your sort of mantra is, you know, you say every new gig is a brand new gig for you. You never rest on what you did before that. It's always new and fresh. And I love that.
You know, you can't. In fact, I was doing an interview yesterday all about the Christmas single. And this guy said to me, oh, isn't it great when you walk on stage and you know you got the audience in your hands? And I said, pardon? Pardon? Wow, that is the most dangerous thing you can do as an entertainer, is to walk out there and assume that you've got them. You've got to win every audience, every person, every audience again and again and again. I never go out there assuming anything. I go out there to fight the battle, get them on my side.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And so I just will say again, My Heart and Soul, I Need You Home for Christmas is available on all digital platforms. That's on Friday, December the 4th.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Oh,
yeah,
I'm so pleased. Yeah. God, makes me cry. Okay.
Beautiful.
I never thought I'd do Christmas. Never thought I would do a Christmas single, but there you go. These are strange times.
But you might do another. You might sort of like this Christmas thing, yeah?
I might. Maybe I'll do a whole Christmas album next time. Wouldn't that be great?
That's it.
How many lockdowns do we need, you know?
Oh, hopefully no more.
Oh, don't even go there. I know. Don't even go there.
Anything else you'd like to share before we say goodbye?
Yeah, the new album's coming out in March, that we wrote and recorded during lockdown. The title of the album will be The Devil in Me. It's real influenced by the time. It's a great rock album, but it is, you know, written during that time, which you can hear. Not in every song, but lots of the songs. But my son found his confidence on the last album, and he was on fire on this one. So we got a good album, really good album coming out.
How'd you come up with the title?
That's the title track.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a funny story just before we go. We had the title ages ago. I had said it, and my son said, that's a great title for an album. I said it is, so I wrote it down. And while we're writing for this album during lockdown, I'd written lyrics to nothing in particular, just the lyrics for The Devil in Me. I could not find a riff. I could not find a place to attach it to a song. Just wasn't happening. I put it in my lyric booklet. I have a lyric booklet, you know, different ideas and titles and one-liners and blah, blah. And the last song we wrote together for this album, Richard said, Mom, we're nearly on 12 now. Here's the last one I want you to work on. And he gave me this riff and I went, oh, I like that. That's good. That's really good. So I came into my computer. I put it on my computer so I could hear just the track that he had done. Got my lyric book out, flicking through, trying to, something would jump out at me that suits that, boom, you know. Hadn't really started to sing it yet, just looking for a title or a line or something that fit what I was hearing. And the lyric for The Devil in Me fell out of the book and landed face up on my desk.
Yeah.
And I went, okay. I looked at it. I listened to the track and it just fit.
Yes.
So these things happen like this all the time. It's just so weird. I don't get it, but I'm not going to question it. I think I have a guardian angel.
Yeah, absolutely. You sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do. Well, SUZI QUATRO, thank you so much for joining us. It's been
My
an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure. And we'll talk again when the album comes out. We'll do another one.
Beautiful.
And you have a great Christmas. And
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too. Stay blessed.
Bye-bye. And remember what I said.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna listen to it again before I go to bed because you said it for a reason.
Yeah, there is. There is. I have a feeling that somebody is trying to switch off a part of you. I'm only going to say it that. And
could be myself.
Could be yourself. It could be.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you. Bye.
Bye-bye.